When Stars Fall. In a quiet coastal town named Seabrook, where the waves kissed the shore gently and the sky was always painted with hues of orange and gold, lived a young woman named Alara. She was a painter who had inherited a small, charming cottage from her grandmother. Alara spent her days capturing the ocean, the stars, and the fleeting beauty of sunsets on canvas. Her heart, however, had remained untouched for years, guarded like a castle under moonlight. One summer evening, as Alara was painting on the cliffs near the lighthouse, a stranger appeared beside her. He was tall, with tousled brown hair and eyes the color of stormy seas. His name was Aiden, a travel photographer who had come to Seabrook looking for peace after losing his father. Their meeting was simple. He admired her art, she complimented his camera. But something shifted in that moment, as if the universe had exhaled and brought them together. Days turned into weeks. They wandered the coast, talking about dreams, regrets, childhood memories, and the ache of loneliness. Aiden showed Alara the world through his lens. Alara taught him to see the poetry in silence. They watched the stars fall together on clear nights, making wishes they never spoke aloud. Alara had always believed love was something you painted, abstract, colorful, distant. But Aiden showed her it was something you felt in quiet glances, shared laughter, and unspoken promises. But summer never stays. One morning, Aiden received an offer to work with National Geographic, a dream job that would take him across the world. He hesitated, torn between love and purpose. Alara, with tears in her eyes but courage in her voice, told him, "Don't stay for me. I want you to live your dream. I'll be here, painting, waiting, and loving you from afar." They kissed beneath the lighthouse one last time. Years passed. Alara's paintings became known far beyond Seabrook. Aiden's photographs appeared in magazines and galleries. They wrote letters, called whenever they could, and held on to each other through words and memories. And one evening, under a sky filled with stars, Aiden returned. He didn't say much, just walked up to Alara's cottage, holding a camera in one hand and a ring in the other. "I've seen the world," he whispered. "But nothing compares to the way your eyes hold the sky." Alara smiled, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Then stay. Let's write the rest of our story here." And they did. In the town where stars fall and the ocean sings, love returned home. When the autumn leaves fall. In the quiet town of Elmridge, nestled between golden hills and winding rivers, lived a girl named Clara. She was a local librarian, known for her love of old poetry and the way she always tucked a daisy into her braid. Her life was simple, filled with books, tea, and the gentle rhythm of the seasons. One crisp autumn morning, as orange leaves floated down the cobbled streets, Clara met Daniel. He had just moved back to Elmridge after years of traveling the world as a photojournalist. His eyes held stories of war zones and distant cities, but when he smiled, there was something soft and searching, like he was looking for a place to rest. Their first encounter was at the library. Daniel was looking for a book about local legends, and Clara guided him to the quietest corner of the library, where the stories of Elmridge's past slept peacefully on dusty shelves. They started talking. About books. About the world. About dreams and regrets. Weeks passed. Daniel became a regular at the library. He brought her coffee, and she slipped poems into the books he borrowed. They laughed about silly things. She showed him the hidden garden behind the library. He showed her the photos he'd taken of people who had nothing but still smiled. As autumn deepened, so did their connection. One evening, under the maple tree in the garden, Daniel confessed, "I've seen the world. I've captured beauty and pain. But nothing ever felt like home until I met you." Clara's eyes filled with tears. "I was always waiting for someone who would see me not as a quiet girl in a quiet town, but as a story worth reading." He kissed her that night, gently, like turning the first page of a fragile book. They spent the season wrapped in each other's warmth, taking long walks through falling leaves, dancing in her kitchen, sharing memories by candlelight. But winter came. Daniel received an offer for a major photography project abroad. It was the kind of opportunity most would never dare refuse. He was torn. "I don't want to leave you," he whispered, holding her in his arms. "And I don't want to be the reason you stop chasing your dreams," she replied, though her heart was breaking. So he left, with a promise. "I'll come back. I don't know when. But I'll come back to you." Years passed. Letters came and went. Then they slowed. Life carried them on different winds. Clara stayed. Daniel wandered. Yet, every autumn, Clara returned to that same maple tree, hoping. Until one day, 7 years later, on a golden afternoon, she found a familiar camera resting on the library steps, with a note tucked beneath it. It read, "I've seen everything. But the only picture I never stopped chasing was us. Turn around." She did. And there he was, older, wearier, but still him. They didn't speak at first. They didn't need to. He stepped forward, held her face in his hands, and kissed her once more, like returning to the chapter he was always meant to finish. And as the autumn leaves fell, Elmridge witnessed a love that never truly ended, only paused until the story was ready to continue.